Well, hello, my beautiful, beautiful bird watchers. My name is Light Blue Jay, and welcome back to another weird video. So I wrote gay fan fiction, uh, about a year or so ago, about now. And I just remembered it, and I decided, you know what? I want to read it. I want to read it. Um, so I am. That's what this video is going to be. It's me reading gay fan fiction. I'll have a link to the I'll have a link to it in the description so that you can read along with me. And I don't know what's going to be I don't know what the actual video is going to be looking like. It'll probably just be like a Lenny face. But yeah, we're going to read it right now. It was late. Paolo walked down the dark street and looked up at the beautiful night sky. He thanked God he finally had enough. He finally had saved enough money to get past the bouncer at Faze. He was giddy with excitement and walked with a little spring in his step as he got closer and closer to the exclusive club. Faze was no ordinary strip club. It was one of the best for one reason and one reason only. Jev. Every night at 11 p.m., Paolo would walk past the club and try and sneak a peek inside. Most days he would only get shooed away by the big burly bouncer, but those special days where the bouncer would be late, he'd get a peek inside and spy that beautiful quickscoper hitting 360 with that magnificent third leg of his. When those days came, Paolo would have to stop in his tracks and tie his shoe, the surge of blood engorging his penis like a balloon. This day, he'd be able to go inside and get a good, nice look. Paolo stood in front of the bouncer and gave him all the money as well as his ID. His heart was beating from excitement as the bouncer gave him a nod and moved to the side. Paolo rushed in and took a seat close to the stage. He got there just in time. They were changing strippers. Paolo watched as another stripper, Rain, was written across his beautiful firm ass, walked behind the curtains. As a waiter asked Paolo what he wanted to drink, he came out. Jev was stunning. He was wearing a very revealing ghillie suit. His humongous cock swayed side to side as he walked up to the pole. Paolo was enveloped in a lust that no amount of Selena Gomez porn could quench. His dick stood up and just about tipped over the table in front of him. He stared in disbelief at the immense size of his cock. He knew that it was big, but not Moby huge big. Instantly, Paolo went to work. He wanted the deluxe treatment, and he didn't care if he blew all his money for it. He pushed the button on the table to turn on the light and waited for Jev's show to end, his dick throbbing more and more. After what felt like forever, Jev's show ended, and he immediately went over to Paolo's table to fulfill the request. The light illuminated the table. It was a deep red hue. Special treatment. Jev had been waiting for this moment. After finding Paolo's YouTube videos, he immediately fell for the beautiful and witty Italian man. He loved the way he yelled cock, the way his hair looked, and especially his clean, chiseled, muscular chest. Some could say he had a small obsession for Paolo. He wanted Paolo, he needed Paolo, and he wasn't going to let him slip out of his fingers today. Jev gave him the best show he could, and after seeing that light on, he knew that his prayers had finally been answered. Jev led Paolo into the back room and closed the door behind them. "How much?" Paolo asked. Before Paolo could get out his wallet, though, he was pinned to the wall by the most passionate kiss he had ever felt. This kiss had something behind it, something other people... This kiss had something behind it, something other than just wanting money, and Paolo knew it. Jev pulled away slowly while sensually taking off Paolo's shirt. "For you? No charge." Paolo and Jev's lips locked tightly, and they kissed for a few minutes, panting between lip locks. After a while, Jev made his move. He slowly started unbuckling Paolo's belt while sensually kissing Paolo's neck. He could hear Paolo softly moan as his tongue grazed Paolo's slick neck. Jev unzipped Paolo's pants and slipped his hand into his boxers. He immediately felt Paolo's dick as he grabbed it. Paolo was bewildered. Could this really be happening? Maybe this was a dream, the best daydream ever. He didn't care, though. He had wanted this for what felt like an eternity, and he finally was going to get it. Jev slid down to his knees and took Paolo's pants with him. He cut Paolo's huge balls in his hands and gripped that long, erect shaft. Jev couldn't wait to get that succulent piece of man meat into his mouth. Paolo stared at Jev, nervous about what was about to happen. He had only been eating Nutella and graham crackers for the past few days, no pineapples at all. Would his wood taste good enough? Jev looked up at Paolo's face and smiled before deeply breathing in, closing his eyes, and shoving Paolo's dick into his throat. Paolo moaned loudly and swung his neck back, hitting the wall hard. Oh God, yes, he thought. Oh fuck, yes, God, yes, he thought. Jev's throat felt heavenly, like the feeling of getting a nuke in Modern Warfare 2 or finally figuring out how to disable notifications to Twitter from liking videos. He loved the feeling of Jev's uvula grazing the top of his head and his tongue licking the hilt of his shaft. Jev loved the way Paolo moaned as his big Italian penis rammed the back of his throat. They were both in heaven. Jev felt the creamy, warm liquid hit the back of his throat quickly. He popped Paolo's dick out of his mouth and started coughing violently. Oh my God, I'm so fucking sorry, Paolo repeated over and over again. Jev wiped his mouth and stood up, staring at the floor and not looking at the disappointed man. Paolo started pulling up his pants, but Jev grabbed Paolo's dick again. It's okay, Jev said. But now it's my turn. Paolo's face was rammed against the walls. He felt a sharp pain as Jev's dick entered his tight asshole. He moaned in delight as Jev forced the throbbing blood tube in his ass. He felt his boner quickly reappear, and he quickly started to masturbate to Jev's savage and beastly pounding. Jev was like a caged animal. Once the cage was gone, he was as brutal as Harambe. Jev groaned as he thrusted over and over, faster and faster. He felt Paolo's ass pulse and tighten as they went, but that only made him hornier and barbaric on Paolo's fragile asshole. After a few minutes, Paolo came onto the wall and his muscles tightened from the violent discharge of sperm. And as that happened, he felt his ass filled to the brim with Jev's jizz. They both fell to the floor, exhausted and gasping for air as the demanding session of fucking they had just achieved. After a few seconds, they both cuddled together and began to passionately kiss. They knew that this night, this wonderful night, this beautiful point in time, was the start of something beautiful. They knew that even though this moment may end, their relationship was just taking its first steps. All right, that was that's what I wrote. It took around 3 hours to write. It was, you know what? I feel this is like my magnum opus. This is the only like creative writing thing I've ever done. I've written like some papers for school that are like, yeah, it was pretty good, it's 10 pages. But this 2-page thing, this took way more work than any of that. And I'm pretty proud of it. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you like the video, like the video. If you dislike the video, dislike the video. I don't really care. Put a comment in there. I want to see what y'all think about this too. You could always subscribe. That's also really cool. But yeah, that's the end. That's it for me. My name is Black Blue Jay. Keep watching the skies. Bye.